Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today I'm going to be working on stage 14 of the Moomin house. And, you know, been a while since I've worked on this, but it's never forgotten. So let me go ahead and get the parts out. And I'll tell you right now that part of the reason I haven't done this is because I know that the chair, while it isn't difficult, does take a bit of effort, and I can't do it on the live stream because I can't really record on our live stream. So we've got the fabric, we've got some more of the ceiling framework, and we've got the pieces for the chair. We've got the back, we've got the seat, the under part, the legs, and the arms of the chair. And the fabric will actually be used to create the cloth part of the chair. Plus, there's these two clear, quote unquote, cushions, and you'll find that these, the smaller one, I believe, is it? Yes, the smaller one will match the oval on the back of the chair. The larger one will go on to here. Very similar to the chair we did on the last video. So first thing it says to do is take this piece here, this end, the piece shaped like this, or the end shaped like this, it's going to be at the bottom. We're going to take beam F, see that's K, H, there's F. Beam F is going to get glued in here. It says push it in as far as it will go, so it'll be level with the surface, because this is going to go up, and the house is actually upside down here. Let's see if I can get it out. Oh, I'm gonna have to put it back in there in a minute, but this gives you an idea of where the beams are going to go, and it's going to go on here like this. And I will be putting the wall back in because it has to fit between the two sections of the framework. So let me go ahead and get the glue, and we'll start gluing things. Like I said, the first piece is going to go in here like this. I'm using the smaller of the dispensers, the smaller needle, so that I make sure that I don't put too much on. It's going to go in there just like that. And then beam H, and you can see that beam H is labeled H, just like A, F, H, and K. Put enough glue, not an overly large amount. H is going to do the same way. All three of these should stick out further on the right hand side than on the left. And then K, just double checking, short end on the left, slanted end, because that's where, let's see, K will be going here. That's where the K is actually going to be on the edge. And I just looked at this, and it's kind of interesting because this piece is slightly off from the marking on the ceiling. Hopefully that is not going to cause a problem. Push this back on here, or push it in here, not back on here. It says to paint it. Well, ceiling is stained darker than I wanted it, so I'm not painting the beams. And then it says to put it on there, and it shows the walls in place on there. Let me go ahead and see if I can get it. And last time I worked with this, I ended up having the glue come apart on those. So let me go ahead and set this on here. Actually, I'm going to have to run the wires through. So I'm going to pause for a second while I get the wires run through and the walls put on there. Okay, so I have the walls back in place. And if you remember, if you've been following along, because it has been a month, over a month, I think, since I did anything on the Moomin house, I did break the floor in half. It's not broken, the glue just came loose. Wires are not actually part of this kit, and the walls at this point are very close to being glued in. It does say not that you just position them, you're not going to be gluing them yet. It says right here, in the next issue you will fix the walls of the ground floor in place, which makes it's going to make it a whole lot easier to work with once the walls are in place permanently. So now this is going to go on here and doing the same as I did before, although I did miss on one piece. I'm going to line this up with the lines that are here on the roof or on the ceiling. Think it'd probably be a little bit better to use the larger nozzle, get a little bit more glue. This is due to be refilled. I'm going to use the larger one here, but not on the smaller beams. Matter of fact, right about here is where I'm going to stop because I got to avoid getting glue on the walls. Very carefully put a little bit of glue out here. I don't want to inadvertently glue the wall down. I haven't cleaned this in a while. Let me get my pin. Make sure that the nozzle is clear. Yeah, it's a little bit gummed up in there from the glue drying. So now I should be able to get. It's still not playing nice. Okay, I'm going to do it with the other nozzle or the other bottle, and just have to clean it up a little bit. Glue on these. And then I'm going to try not to smear the glue over towards the wall. Push this down in place. A little bit of glue bleed, that's okay. And just to make sure everything stays in place, I'm going to go ahead and clamp it. There's those two. Get some smaller ones for the three parts of the beams that are over here. And that glue should dry pretty clear and not be any kind of an issue. So there's that. Go ahead and set that off to the side, let it dry. Actually, let me move it out and completely out of the way. And so the next thing we're going to be working on is the chair. Got to separate the legs, separate the arms, and start putting it together. So let me go ahead and pause real quick. I'll take the legs off. I'll get them around the outer surfaces, get them glued on here, and we'll be back. Let me pop in here real quick and do a quick reminder from the last issue. You set this on here like that, and chair straight up. So what you have to do is do a mark on the chair back where it hits the seat, and then you're going to basically sharpen this, sand it down to where it's going to lean back a little bit, and it's going to come out looking like this instead of straight up. This is the last one I made. Did that on a live stream on Hobby Time Moppers. Okay, once it's sanded down, you'll glue it on there, and it's pretty close. The armrest will actually put it in place. Once that's on, you'll then put the bottom piece on here and attach the legs. I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. And once that is done, I'll show you that. But then I will I have to spray paint it blue like that and build the cushion. So let me go ahead and take care of that. I'll get the chair completely assembled in white, show it to you, come back, show it to you, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so there is the chair glued together. I will tell you, its balance is a little bit iffy, but same thing about this one here. Before I put the cushion parts on. So I'm going to paint this, build these, get these parts, get these two parts coated with the fabric along with the arms. Gonna be probably an hour to an hour and a half for me, while it's only about a second for you. It's already been about 45 minutes getting the chair together and letting it dry. So I will be back later to, well, like I said, it's going to be instantaneous for you. But when I come back, the chair should be just about done. What I will do is paint the chair, put the cushions parts together, and then come back and show you when I put the cushions on. So stand by. Okay, so here's the chair painted. You can see some spots it's shiny. It's not the perfect paint job, but that's okay because it's not meant to be. If you look at this one, it's about the same paint job. Come on. So there, and the arms are okay. Same with this one. The arms are okay. Those are extremely difficult to do. So last thing there is to do on here is to glue this cushion here and the other one on the bottom. So let me take my pin vise. I just had it. Oh, there it is. And instead of putting glue on the chair, actually, never mind. I'm going to put glue in the track on the chair around the edge. And once I have it all the way around, I will drop the cushion on there. And the super glue is the only way I know to get the cushions to go on there and stay on there. If I had my preference, I would say that it would be better if they would just give us the chairs instead of have us build them. But I think that's part of the charm of this kit as well, is the stuff that you have to build that you normally wouldn't. Tuck this piece of fabric here a little bit if I can. And so there's the first cushion. A little bit off, see if I can reposition it. And then the second cushion is going to go crosswise in here like this. So let me get some glue in there as well. Try not to oversaturate everything because I can then put some glue around the edges once it's in there. That should be good. I should be able to get it down and get it to stay in place. So let me slide this down in here, push it down. I got to be careful because I felt one of the legs flexing just now. And so there's the other chair. Let me see if I can set them both on here without having them fall over. They are a little bit back heavy. With the table. And so there is the Moomin dining room set, or dining table set. Set it down. And that is all there is to do in stage 14. A little bit difficult stage. Stage 13 was just as difficult because it also had a chair. But I believe stage 15, we start working on the underside of the house. Hope you're enjoying this. I am enjoying the build. It's going to be a little bit slow because this is a lot more, there's a lot more to building the stages than there are on your regular part works where you're just holding pieces in place and either gluing or screwing them down. These parts actually require you to do some real building, some scratch building, so it's a little bit more difficult. Gonna call it at that. Hope you're, like I said, hope you're enjoying this. Like and subscribe. Come on over to Hobby Time Modelers on Facebook, YouTube, and Discord. See what we're doing on Fridays nights and Sunday afternoons. We do a group live stream. We have multiple people on, and if you're a member of our Discord, we will post a link so you can join us as well. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And I will see you on the next video.